was telling you earlier, I'm a little stressed out this week. And I was like about to like start talking to Miranda like outside of the pod room. And I was like, you know what? Let's just get into it in the podcast room because I'm like, we just need to talk about it. I just need to let it out, vent a little. Because, I feel like for the most part, this podcast, the duration of the whole podcast of us starting, I've been like pretty chill, but now I'm like, okay, I'm a little stressed out now.
Is it because like just being in busy season?
Yeah, it definitely is. And thankfully, after these next 2 weekends, I'll be fine. Like, I don't have anything upcoming. Like, I don't have weddings, but I have a lot to edit right now. And I'm just like so stressed out about it because I like didn't realize how many engagement sessions I booked this month. Like, it didn't seem like that much, but like the editing definitely is a lot. And I usually like for my engagement sessions, I usually promise like 50 to 70 photos, but then I always give more. So then that takes me a little bit longer, which it's not like a boundary that I'm like, no, I have to only, if I say I'm only going to do 50, I'm going to only do 50. I just can't do that. Like, that's just not the type of person I am. Like, I can't do it. And it's also like, no one has ever said anything, but it's like, just like a little surprise. Like, I know photographers charge a lot and I'm like, what can I give them that's not like, a gift or like a discount? Like, I can just give more photos. And it really doesn't take me too much longer, but it does add time to it. So I've just been like really busy and like I've been wanting to like spring clean and or not spring clean, I guess like a summer clean, just like I feel like every 3 months I do that where I like just deep clean every room, or like I'll at least like do the garage or like do the backyard or something. And I just like haven't had time. And then we started running. And so I feel like it's just my time management is not very good right now, which is fine. I'm good. I just feel like a lot of stress right now.
Yeah.
And I know it's not like, obviously it's not life or death, so I'll be okay, but it's just like.
But sometimes it feels like it's life or death. Like
it really
in your
does.
body.
Yeah, it really does. And I'm just like, I gotta chill. We're photographers. Like, it's not like I lost any photos. It's not like anything. Like, they're gonna get their photos. I'm just taking a little bit longer to do it. It's just been a lot, but it really is my time management. So that's something that I really, really want to work on this summer, just because we're going to be a little bit less busy. And I put you into that because I think you're going to be a little less busy too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super less
like,
busy.
I don't want to speak for you, but, and so I really want to work this summer on that particularly. And also because I turned 29 this past week, which was, we'll have to get into that too. But yeah, I've just been like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. And thankfully, I do take meds for that too. I take Lexapro for just anxiety, which I'll have to talk about that soon because I think I'm coming up on a year of taking that. And I've never talked about it online. And I rarely even talk about it in person just because. How do you bring that up? But I just like maybe need to talk about like my journey with it because I didn't start taking it because of anxiety. I started taking it because of depression and then realized, wow, I had a lot of anxiety that I did not realize I had. Like, I thought that was like pretty normal what I was going through. And so it's just crazy that I like I knew I had anxiety, but like a lot of people, when they talk about it, they talk about like panic attacks and like I never really looking back, maybe I had a few that I didn't realize, but a lot of people make it seem like it almost like you're having a heart attack, which I've never really felt that way before. Like, I've had like crying attacks, but it's never felt, I don't know, that bad. But also maybe that's because I just didn't know about what it was or what I was going through. Anyway, so I'll be okay. End of story. Like, I'll be fine.
Anxiety's just getting
it's just a lot. I've just been this month has just been a lot, which is fine because I haven't. Thankfully, this isn't like every month. Like, if this was every month, I think I would spiral a little bit more, and maybe that's what causes burnout, I think. But it's just this 1 month, so I know I'm like gonna get over it. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's just this month that I'm like having to deal with that, which is fine. It happens, but I'm just like 29.
Well, is there anything you can do today to like kind of reset that maybe?
I think, yeah, I think the only thing I need to do is just make a to-do list.
Yes, that always helps.
That always helps me because I know it's really not that much. It just seems like a lot in my head because it's like I'm thinking of like different things. And of course, like some things I don't have to prioritize, like cleaning. I don't really need to prioritize that right now. I really need to prioritize like my clients. So yeah, I'll probably just make a to-do list and just kind of get the ball rolling on stuff.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I procrastinate because I'm like so overwhelmed that I'm like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't help either. So I'm going to try to just get the ball rolling on a few things that I need to do and just a to-do list and prioritizing a few things. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll do. But speaking of turning 29,
What is this?
oh my gosh, I was going to talk about it.
Is this a Sonny angel?
Yes, a Sonny angel.
Sonny angel.
I think that's how you say it. That's what all the influencers that I follow.
Oh, okay.
That's how they say it, like Sonny. But I could be wrong. So I ordered 2 little blind boxes of Sonny Angels. This one was the birthday collection.
So cute.
And then there was another one with like little animal hats that they had and like a little bunny. But I thought this one was so cute.
I love
a little happy birthday present for me.
That's so cute.
Which is so funny because my whole birthday theme, I think, this year was like inner child. Like,
yes.
It's just like my parents would have never bought me this, like would have never been like, oh yeah, we'll buy you a little $20 toy. Well, I don't know how much they are, but I just said add to cart. So I honestly have no idea how much they were. But this whole like birthday theme, my whole birthday party, everything was just like very like childhood like. Like it almost felt like we were throwing a party for a 12-year-old or like, you know, for a bunch of 12-year-olds, and we were all like almost in our 30s.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. Except for my sister, she's really young. And Kenzie and my sister are like
and Amelia.
They're all, I'm pretty sure, like the exact same age. But anyway, so starting off with my birthday party.
I know. So we haven't even recapped this, you and me.
I know.
So how did you feel?
Oh my gosh.
I'm so
it
excited.
was crazy. Okay, so I didn't have anything planned for my birthday, or so I thought. So I didn't have anything planned. I had big hopes in April and like the beginning of the year, like I'm going to do something. And then May came and I was like, oh my God, my birthday's this week. I have nothing planned, which seems to always happen. But for my 30th birthday, I want to do something. I like want to go out of the country. I want to go to like Mexico, Tulum, somewhere, and bring all the girlies and, you know, have a good time. So that I do want to actually plan out. But anyways, so Wednesday rolls around. That's my birthday date. And what I had planned was my sister, like I think like a week ago or like a week before that, a week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't really remember the timeline, but she called me and she was like, "Hey, I need to do content for this restaurant, or not restaurant. What would you call that? Like a
wine bar.
Wine bar." And so I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we can go there." And she was like, "Is it okay cuz it's going to be your birthday?" And I was like, I have nothing planned, so why not? Like, I don't care. I'll do whatever you need me to. It'll be fun anyways because it's like a cute little spot in Fort Worth. And so that's really all I knew about it. I didn't really have plans. I was just trying to like figure it out like the days leading up and then just be like, okay, maybe we'll just figure out the day of and just kind of like go with the flow. Like we'll go to a restaurant or we'll go to the movies, or like there's a lot of options. Like I even like the night before my birthday, I was like looking at like TikToks of like Fort Worth to do, or like which, speaking of these little Sonny Angels and all, have you heard of like the
Sonny Angels?
Yeah, like the Sonny Angels and like the Labubus and
I don't know what that is.
Okay, there's a whole I'm in
oh no.
The things I consume. There's like a place in Carrollton, I think, where they have like claw machines and it has like a bunch of like little toys, and so you can get like different toys and like go to different claw machines, which I thought was really cool. So that was like what I added to like, I have on Google Maps, you can add like, I almost said playlist. You can do like saved list, and since I moved here like 3 years ago, I added like a Fort Worth to do. And so it's just a bunch of places that I've been like wanting to go to.
Oh,
So I added
wow.
like that claw machine
That's a good idea.
place to go to. Cause again, it's like, I feel like I'm healing my inner child, like
Yes.
doing all of this, which is so crazy because I didn't really intentionally think I was doing that. It was just like, what have I been missing in my life? And it's just like little characters like that. So, which is kind of off brand for me, but definitely on brand too. Like you
Yeah.
wouldn't like, I don't know. I'm not like a toy person, but I think I'm becoming a toy person. Like I don't know, like stuffed
Like a
animals,
trinkets.
like
Yeah.
trinkets, yeah, things like that. So anyways, I don't even know where I left off, but all we had planned was that we were going to go to this wine bar, do content for stuff, and then the day was just going to be open. And she asked me like the day before, like, hey, can I pick you up? And that I definitely was like, that's weird because I'm always the one driving us everywhere.
Okay.
Not that I knew that anything was going to happen, but I was just like, that's a little weird. Yeah. Just like, I was like, you never want to drive anywhere. And so my sister comes and picks me up and we go get film for our I have like a little Polaroid printer and Instax, and so we went to go get film at Legacy for that, and then we arrived at Saddle Rock and I see like a bunch of people just like on the floor like picnic style, and I'm just like looking around because I'm so confused. There was only supposed to be like I think 2 other people that were gonna be there, and so I was like, oh, I guess she invited more people. I was like, I don't even know what my face looked like. I am scared to even look because I was just confused. Like I didn't like think that it was like a surprise or like I don't know. I just didn't know what to think. And I was just like looking at everyone like, what is going on? And speaking of, I don't think anybody said anything. Did someone say something?
We were like, surprise!
Oh,
but
really?
I think you were like so like shocked or like trying to figure out what was going on. You probably didn't hear it.
I did not hear that because like in my mind, everything like everyone was silent, just looking at me.
Oh,
that's like
really?
how I felt. Yeah, I was just like, what is happening? And then I looked at the sign in the background that you hung up, and it said like "Happy Birthday, Kim." And so I don't know. I just didn't. I just didn't know what to expect, and I also hadn't ate. I hadn't had any caffeine, so that kind of factored into kind of like my surprise face, or like just kind of like what is happening right now. Like I don't even know how to process this, but yeah, my sister threw me kind of like a surprise party. In a way, not a party.
I feel
but
like it kind of looked like, because you thought we were going into it like making content, right?
Yes.
So it looked very cute, like we were making content,
Yes,
but it was for you.
Yeah. The content was for my birthday. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's basically what it was. And I was like, oh, I guess like a lot of people wanted to come, or like Steph wanted to do something else. I don't know. I don't know what I thought, but I definitely didn't think it was like a surprise birthday, which is so funny because Michaela threw a surprise birthday for her fiance the week before because it was his birthday, and I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Like, I don't know. It was just like, it definitely was a surprise. Like, I'm not gonna try to be like, oh my God, I knew it was coming. I didn't know.
Okay, good.
Well, because also like no one's ever done that for me.
Yeah.
Or I've never even like thought about, I don't know. I just never thought that was gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
And also getting people there on a Wednesday at like 1 p.m., which is also crazy how many people were there.
I know. Steph like messaged me like a month before.
A month?
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh.
So you've been planning this, okay?
Whoa.
And she was like, okay, Kim never does anything on her birthday, and she's never had a surprise party, and I really want to do this for her. And I was like, I'm so on board. And then you kept being like wanting to make all these plans for your birthday, and I was like, Steph, she really wants to celebrate her birthday. You said she doesn't do her birthday. She's like, she never does. I don't know why she's being so extra this year.
That's so funny.
And like you kept trying to tell me things that you wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, we'll do that. Like, and normally I'm like, I like to make concrete plans, but I was trying so hard to be so like aloof.
Yeah. You're like, no, it's okay. We'll figure out the day of. I'm like, okay. I also was just like, you know what? You're right. Let's just go with the flow.
But no, yeah, it was so hard not to, like, spoil the surprise.
Oh, I can't imagine. That's
Yeah.
so hard. I'm not good at I don't think I'm good at doing stuff like that. Like, surprising someone, I don't feel like I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I immediately wanna, like, tell someone. Like, anytime I get someone a gift, I'm like even if their birthday is, like, 2 weeks out, I'm like, I need you to open it, like, now. Like, as soon as I get in the mail, like, I want you to have it. So, I'm not very good at surprises or, like, keeping things in. So, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your involvement then? 'Cause, yeah, we haven't talked about it
I
at
kinda
all.
helped her make the guest list,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
she would send me, like, things like, "Does this look good? Do you like this?" And I would be like, "Yes, no." And I kinda, like, set up everything, um, the day of,
Yeah.
which I was, like, really nervous about because 'cause I'm not really good at setting up
What do you
things. I
mean?
don't know.
You're fine.
Like, I was trying to hang, like, this big banner that she had got, like, commissioned, like, painted for you, and all I had was, like, the fence, like, the wire fence of the restaurant, and I'm like, "Okay," and I have, like, tape, and I'm trying and it's so windy that day, and I'm trying to,
Of
like,
course, out of all days.
yeah, put it up by myself, and it was, like, crooked, and it wasn't
Uh,
centered, and you
I feel like it
probably
looked
couldn't even
fine.
see it. Okay, good.
Yeah, it was just behind the couch, so all I could see was, like, the happy birthday.
Mm,
I don't know if I like, when I was standing up, I don't know if I saw, like, the little
yeah,
designs on there,
yeah.
which the whole party was sardine themed.
It wasn't sardine themed, it was Italian summer, okay?
No, I just find it so funny that it was, like, sardines everywhere, like, on the sign, there were, like, sardines, and then,
Yeah.
like, Taylor, our florist friend, made, like, this whole, like, picnic basket, like, installation, like, it was so cool, and it had, like, little sardine boxes, which are
Yeah.
cute, like, I actually really love sardine box design, which is so funny, but I've never once in my life ever said I love fish that much, and so it was just so funny that it was, like, that was, like, the main,
Yeah.
like, theme, I guess, and so I was like, "Oh my gosh, they're, like, pushing this fish on me." Now I'm gonna be known as, like, Sardine Girl.
Oh my gosh, did you end up trying them at all?
No, no, I don't think I could, and I actually love seafood. I
Mm.
love seafood, like, all sorts of seafood, but I don't know if I could do sardines
Well,
because
like,
it's, like, the
tinned
whole
fish is,
fish,
like
right?
yeah, it's, like I feel like it's different than seafood because it's not, like,
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it, like, it kind of
I've
grosses me
never
out
had
just,
it.
like, looking at it. So I'm like, but it's cute. Like the
Yeah.
design were cute, and it's like a trendy thing
Yeah.
that like everything has like shirts and
Like yeah.
necklaces are fish themed. Like everything is fish.
It's
I don't
like
know what it.
fisherman, like, aesthetic is
Yes,
really in right now.
yeah, yeah, which is so funny because who would have thought? So yeah, the whole theme was kind of like Italian fishermen.
Yeah.
I'll try to put some photos up on the YouTube and the Spotify video so y'all can see like what it was. But it was cute. Like
Yeah.
I'm just poking fun at like
And
the
we had
fish thing.
pizza, cupcakes, and then we
Oh
colored,
my gosh,
which is my
yeah.
favorite part.
It was so fun. I love Bobby Goods, which is like a coloring page brand, and they sell PDFs that you can print out, and they also sell coloring books, and it is so fun to color. They're just like little cute little animal drawings,
Yeah.
and then like all the little animals are like doing an activity like picnicking or they're like picking tulips or
Yeah.
it's just really really cute, and I got into it like I think 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, coloring with like marker. It's just so satisfying, it's so fun to do.
Mhm.
And so that's why I kind of felt like a little kid party because it
Mhm.
was like colors and cupcakes and pizza.
Yeah.
So it was really fun.
And then
It was
it
really
was,
good.
like, at a wine bar, so, like, we had bought wine because this place is, like, bring your own food, but there's, like, wine and, beer there. So, it was just funny because, like, we had these wine bottles, but then we were, like, coloring, and, like, I
Coloring.
feel like the staff that day was like, "What is going
What is
on?"
happening? Yeah, and we're, like, the only ones there, of
Yeah.
course, so it was just really funny, and, yeah, the fact that, that many people showed up on a Wednesday at, like, 1 is so crazy. Like,
Yeah.
just everyone is
Well, we
just
love you.
full-time or, like, not full-time, what am I trying to say? Self-employed, pretty
Yeah.
much. everyone that was there. So that's fun. Just having like a lot of photographer friends and people that would just like show up even if they did have to work. Like Michaela. Yeah, so that was really crazy. And yeah, fully surprised. I did not even during, I was just like, what is happening right now? I was so confused. Oh my gosh. I wish I would have had like some food beforehand because I think my energy would have been a little bit better
Mm,
at the beginning, at least. When I had the food, I was like, "Oh my god, I feel so much better," because I was
yeah.
so hungry. So it was already 1, and I usually eat like at least something in the morning, and I had not had anything, which I don't know why, but it is what it is. It just happens. But yeah, so that was really fun. I loved it.
Yes.
It was literally like a little kid party. It was so fun. And honestly, I did grow up with a mom who threw me a birthday party like every year. And it was basically the exact same thing. There was always a theme. There was always like something, cupcakes, like
Aw.
eat like everything. So that's probably why me and my sister are so like we love a theme and a little party. And my
Yeah.
sister does it for like everything. Like um she was asking when she got proposed to, she like a few weeks later I think asked everyone to be her bridesmaid, and the way she did it is she like set up a picnic and she got like a little bar cart
Aw.
cocktail thing for everyone, and it was like also a surprise where we were like picnicking and she like gave us like a box or something and it said like will you be my bridesmaid, and so she's like really good at that. But my toxic trait is that the entire not the entire time but like maybe after everything was all done and I was just like, oh my gosh, I've never done this for anyone, like uh I just felt bad that I wasn't the one doing it.
Oh my god.
Cause like I'm always the one that's like or I feel like I'm always the one like doing things for other people.
Yes,
And
that's
so
why we wanted you to feel so
yeah,
special.
and that's the thing. I'm like, that's my toxic trait where I
Yeah.
was just like, oh my gosh, I've never done this for anyone. Like, I've never done this for Miranda. And then I also felt not that I had to or anything, but like, I've never done this for Steph. And Steph, I didn't even get Steph a birthday present this year because I like just I have been so busy this like
Yeah.
month that I just like haven't like officially given her anything. And me and Steph always ask each other what we want and we just get whatever. And so I asked her and she was like, I don't really want anything. And I was just like, well, I need you to tell me. And so, yeah, that's my toxic trait where I'm like, I don't like being taken care of. I feel
Mm.
almost like uncomfortable, like being like this, well, also being the center of the tension, but just being people buying things for me and just like
Really?
doing
But
things
you
for
love to give
me.
gifts, so
Yeah, but
that's
I don't think I like
receiving?
receiving.
Wow.
Yeah, which is weird because you'd think I would, since I do love giving gifts. I'd be like, okay, where's my gift?
Yeah.
But no, I just feel almost like uncomfortable with the idea of like people getting me stuff and like just like almost like I feel like almost like a burden, and it's so weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know where that comes from, but because my parents always gave me stuff, so it's not like I feel uncomfortable receiving stuff, but I don't know, it's just like with other people, I just like feel so like, "Oh, please don't give me this," because I feel like a burden because they had to like think of me and they had to go out to the store and
Oh
like
my
yeah, so
gosh.
that's
This
my
is gonna make
toxic
me
trait.
cry.
No, at the end of the day, I knew I like I'm so self-aware that I was like, why am I thinking this way?
Yeah.
And I obviously didn't get too deep into it because I still don't really know where that comes from. But I love doing that for other people. So I just like felt bad that I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this for this person, or like I'm never like, will I ever get the chance to do it for Steph? And but yeah, so I was just like, I need to chill out, Kim. Like
I think you do
don't
so
ruminate.
much for everyone else. That's why we wanted to, like, give back to you
Yeah, but
some
it's
way.
crazy because I don't feel like that. Like, I
Really?
don't feel like I'm
I would
like,
say you're one of the most generous people I've ever met.
"Oh my gosh,
For
I'm
real.
gonna cry."
No.
I'm like holding back tears. No, because I don't I don't know. It's like I don't feel that way at all.
Wow.
Or like I don't like I know that I'm pretty generous. Like me and my sister are both like really, really generous to other
Yeah.
people and to even each other, but it doesn't I don't want it to ever feel like someone has to do that for me, or like, I don't know. I'll have to journal about that one, because I really don't know where that comes from, because my parents were honestly really generous, like with me and Steph growing up when we were like, I don't know, from like ages born to like 10. We were like, I don't know, we always had the great Christmases, great birthday parties. But I think maybe it's just other people. I don't know. I really don't know where that comes from.
Yeah. Maybe it's not like the superficial, like, material thing, but maybe you don't like accepting the love that comes
Yeah,
from
maybe.
it.
Oh my gosh. Maybe so. I'll get back to you guys on that, because that is very interesting.
Yeah.
That happens. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, because I do remember feeling that way like a little bit afterwards, not during. I try to be a little bit more present during and get all the cute content. We got a lot of cute content. I really need to tomorrow. I think I want to make like a little recap, or like a little
Yeah, you should.
reel or something about it, because it was really fun, and I want to be in my influencer era.
Yeah.
Because I bought myself a little camera for like TikToks, and that's what I got myself for my birthday. Well, Avery also pitched in, so kind of went like half and half for this camera, because it was kind of expensive. Oh,
Which one did you get again?
cameras are so expensive. I got a Canon R50V. They just released it like a few months ago, like in March, and it's like meant for content creators, and specifically I liked it because it was it's like really good for vertical video, and all cameras are kind of good for vertical. You just have to flip it. But this one just has like that threading, like the keyhole on the side, so all you have to do is twist it in a tripod. So it's like vertical. So you don't have to like have a tripod that does it
which is
on its
kind of
side, if
sketch.
that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
And so you can just like twist it on there, and
That's
it does
cool.
it. And so I'm excited about that. So hopefully I'll be like in my little content creator era.
Yes.
I really want to do some content at the Arboretum when we go tomorrow, right? Is
Oh,
that tomorrow?
shoot. So I do have to look cute.
You always look cute.
No, I was going to come in my running clothes.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I definitely wouldn't be able to run tomorrow in the morning.
No, but I was going to run after, like around
Oh,
the
you were going to run
lake.
after.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just bring a change of clothes. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I can look cute. It's fine.
Well, I was going to say maybe I should just run with you afterwards too, because I wasn't sure when I was going to run. Lately, I've just been running in the evenings because it honestly hasn't been too hot.
Yeah, not
It's
yet.
been cloudy and rainy. And so anyways, so I got that camera, and I'm really excited to start using it. It's just kind of like a little fun camera. Like it really, honestly, I was so confused like using it, because I was like, there's like no settings on this. Like, I was like, how do I change the aperture? And it's like, you can, but it's not, I don't know, it's not very intuitive, or it doesn't like feel like my camera, where it's like, well, it's not meant to, I think, too. It's not meant to be like manual and like you're changing every single setting. You can change like the ISO, the aperture, and all of that stuff, but it's kind of like auto mode-ish to me, it seems like. And so yeah, I'm excited about that. I got that for my birthday, and then I got my little Sonny Angels for my birthday too. They're so cute. I love them so much. They're just like a little, I don't know, just so like joyful.
Yeah.
They're just so cute. It's holding like a
I
little
don't think I've seen the
cake.
birthday one before. That one's
Yeah,
cute.
they have like a whole birthday collection. And of course, like you don't know which one you're gonna get, which is like the beautiful thing about like these blind boxes. So like there's like the Sunny Angels, and right now Labubus are like a big thing right now. Like they're like selling out, and just like lines and malls, like they're overnight. It's
Is
like
it another toy?
Yes, it's another toy, but they're like fuzzy, and they're like a little animal, like a little monster.
Are people putting them like on bags?
Yes.
Okay, now I know
yes,
what you're
yes. They're
talking
like little
about.
monsters, and they're way bigger than like the Sunny
Yes,
Angels. They're like
okay.
pretty, yeah, they're pretty big. I'll insert a photo, get you into the Labubu world. And the only reason I know about them is because two influencers I follow, Alicia and Remy, they have a podcast called Pretty Basic, and they're like, I love their content. They're like one of my expanders too with like content creation, because they're just bam, 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 so good at it, but
Mm.
they've also been doing it for 10 years, so it's like
Yes.
they have the habit of doing it, but, like, I wanna be that good. Like,
Mm.
they're always throwing events, they're always doing something, and even if they're not doing anything, like, crazy, they're still documenting and putting it online, and I'm like, "I need to be more like that."
Yeah.
Which brings me to, another point is I loved your Instagram post the other day where you posted, the film photo that Mia took at the
Oh,
Arboretum.
yes. Yeah.
I want you to talk about that post because it was so good. I was like, "Yes, this is
Oh,
what."
like what I was writing in my
Yes,
caption?
yes,
Oh, I was just saying that, like, this summer is finally gonna be the summer that I do all the shit that I wanna do,
yes.
basically.
Yes, and it was, like, so good because obviously we're always on the same page, but I was just like, "Yes, that's, like, what I wanna do, and I wanna, like, document it, and I want to, I don't know, just have fun." Because I
Yeah.
think that's, like, how you really slow down time is doing things that we wouldn't have done because I think time goes by so fast because we're such in a routine. Wake up, work, sleep, wake up, work, sleep, and
Mhm.
we don't really do anything in between that's, like, new and exciting, and so when we do stuff that's, like, new and exciting, it, like,
Mhm.
makes time go a little bit slower, feel a little bit slower, and so
Yeah.
that's what, like, summer's all about. It's, like, just having
Exactly, that
fun.
was my thought process behind it is because, like, I feel like just because we're adults doesn't mean we can't have, like, a summer vacation like when we had when
Yes.
we were kids.
Yeah.
Going back to, like, just treating your inner child, like,
Yeah.
so and especially this summer, like, I don't have any of my own weddings. I'm second shooting, like, here and there, but, like, mainly I have, like, the summer off.
Yeah.
So, I was just like, "This is my summer vacation. I'm turning 30 at the end of it.
Yes.
Let's go." Like, I want to romanticize everything that I'm doing. I want to, like, just be with my friends all the time like you were, like, when you were a kid.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just what I wanna do, so
Yeah, I know, and everything you listed, what were some things that you listed? You were like, well, let's look at it. Well, I don't even know
Here,
where
I'll
my
pull it
phone
up.
is. Let me go get my phone.
This is so funny. I just, like I just wanted to post a selfie of me, and I didn't think anything of it.
Like, it's not that deep,
Yeah.
but it is. Everything that's is deep with us.
Yeah, so I said, "This summer I'm planning to indulge in nourishment for my soul and body, indulging in everything delicious and decadent and sunshiny, and gathering with people who make me laugh and feel alive. I'm calling in more dinner parties, reading our Kindles at the bar, antiquing from my friend's nursery, putting miles on my new shoes, and loving each freckle that graces my skin." And I said, "All in preparation for giving a part of myself to the amazing events and couples I have waiting for me this fall." And I just feel like if I fill up, like, my cup for myself this summer, then when it hits the next busy season this fall, I'm gonna be able to create so much better
Yes.
because I won't feel, like, dead inside.
Yeah. No, literally, and it's summer, like, the sun's out so much longer, like, we might as well take advantage of
Yeah.
what we have, and Texas summers are a little hard sometimes because it does get really hot, like,
Yeah.
miserably hot, but we're gonna try to do fun things anyways. Like, if it's
Yes.
really hot, we're going to the pool. If it's,
Right.
like, raining or whatever, we're gonna go to a coffee shop or, like, there's always a way to make things fun, and I think that's, like, what summer is all about. It's, like, making
Mhm.
things fun and doing different things, and thankfully, we live, like, in a city where there's so much to do.
Yeah, like your Google list
Yes, it is,
of
like,
places to
there's
go.
so many things to do, and we just have to go do them.
Yep.
So, I really I don't know, we should have done, like, a summer episode, like, things we want on our summer itinerary.
Yes, summer bucket list.
Yes, yes! Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. But anyways, is there anything I feel like I've been talking way too much.
You're good. We had
What
a lot to
I
recap
know,
from
we
your
really
birthday.
did. Is there anything
One thing that speaking of Instagram, one thing that I saw, I didn't know if I maybe you did because I saw in the notes from last week that you said
Oh,
tagging second shooters.
yes, yes, I guess you saw the same post then.
Okay, yes, that's what I want to talk about and what your thoughts were because I had like different feelings about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just thought because I saw it and I don't even know how because I don't even follow this person, so maybe
Me
someone
neither. It was just like on
my
my
feed.
feed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess yeah, that's how Instagram works. They just like post like random people on your feed sometimes. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, okay, well this is interesting because the norm in the wedding industry is not to do that, I feel like, right? Like, that's,
Mhm.
like, you don't do that. But,
So the, like, title is Hot Take, You Should Be Crediting Your Second Photographer. And that
yes.
was their hot
And
take.
so it's, like, crediting whenever you're posting the wedding as you would any other vendor, which I feel like you can if you want to, and you shouldn't if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's my thoughts, but I felt like the way they were justifying it was I didn't agree with their
Oh, maybe I
justification.
didn't look at well, it was a long time ago, so I can't even remember, like, the way. So you take
Okay,
take it.
so it says you tag the florist, you tag the planner, you even tag the DJ, but not the person who helped you tell the full story. And that's where I it's not that I don't agree with or tagging the second photographer. If you wanna do that, feel free. But the second photographer is not a vendor hired by
Yeah, the
the
couple.
client
Yeah, yeah,
or the planner.
yeah. Yeah.
So
They're basically just under your brand to tell the full story.
yes,
So
yes.
it is yeah, it
And it
is
says second shooters aren't assistants, they're photographers. But they are your assistant?
yeah,
Like, you're literally contracting them to work under
to
you
do
and your
both
brand.
things.
It would be different if, like, the couple, like, hired 2 different photographers.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
you both get tagged. Like sometimes I think there's like from what I've seen and heard, there's sometimes like a digital photographer and the digital photographer doesn't do any film, so then the couple or planner hires like a film photographer that's fully
Mhm,
filmed. So then yeah, you would tag both of them, I
mhm.
think, in that situation,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like you have to tag the second if you don't want to.
Well, I think from their point, they're trying to say that you should tag every, like, company or brand that worked for your wedding, which I agree. But again, the second photographer isn't working as their own brand, they're working
Yeah.
as, like, my brand or your brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's like that's where I'm like,
Yeah, why would you do that?
why would you do that if that was the, like, basis for it, you know?
Yeah, I guess you're right. There's no right or wrong, I guess. If that's the way she feels, that's the way she. I'm
I
like,
don't
I
know.
kind of guessed. I
I
don't know
think it
why.
is a she.
Okay. Every wedding photographer in my mind is a woman.
Which is so crazy because it was such a, like, a male-dominated field for so
Yeah. I
long.
mean, I feel like sometimes it still
It
is.
still
Like
is.
in other industries, I feel like fashion, it's a lot of like men doing it.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, I saw the same one and I was like, "Oh, well that's an interesting take. I've never heard anyone like talk about that." But I mean, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like I said, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but yeah, I don't feel like you have to.
Yeah. But, like, if you want to, like, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah, and
nothing.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Some people will tag their second, which is fine. But that is like again, really not for the client or the credit. I don't know why they just do it to be nice. Like I
Yeah.
don't know why else you would do
And
that.
maybe, like, it's, like, a perception that the industry has made for clients that they're thinking that the second photographer isn't, like, a extension of the first photographer's
Oh,
brand.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so if that's the case, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like if you don't want to tag your second photographer or you don't want this whole um, I don't know, drama around it,
Yeah.
then maybe your second photographer shouldn't be this well-known photographer that like has their own brand and maybe you should just train your own assistant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
To be under your brand
yeah.
solely. And they have no like business.
Yeah.
No photography business at all. Yeah, because that could also be the case where you're like hiring someone that doesn't even have their own business and they're
Yeah.
just like helping you out.
Yeah.
And so that would be under your brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's why it's always like tricky with second shooters because that person has their own brand
Yeah.
besides you. But
Yeah.
on the wedding day, they're not acting as that. So,
Yeah. I guess it is weird how the industry has like normalized things and that's just the way you do it. So I think it's an interesting take as far as like, oh, have we thought about this? Does this need to change? Is
yeah.
this something that we need to do or maybe like look into? But it's one of those things where I feel like it's just business to business. Like, if she wants to do that, then why not? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like most of my couples usually even know who my second photographer is because I always like tag them in my stories, or like that's how like a lot of when I second shoot, the main photographer will like tag me in their stories, and the couple always like ends up finding me because they tagged me. So it's just like one of those things where, I'm not actively seeking out the couple, but they followed me because
Yeah.
the main photographer follows them, and so they saw me on their stories. So yeah, that's something that I really don't care too much about.
Well, also she was saying that, like, the reason why you need to tag a second shooter is because it's their work. But that's where I'm like, but it's actually technically not their work because
Yeah.
they're, like, signing away to work under you that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
So
And
that's
if they wanted that to be their own work, then they should book that
yeah.
wedding. Or they could have, or I don't know. They can do their own wedding that day.
Right.
It doesn't have to
Right.
be with someone else. So yeah, that's interesting. But something I definitely think there's other things that need to change, and that's not like really one of
Yeah.
them. I don't think that one's like a really like, topic that we need to like discuss. That's like we need to change. I think there's
Right.
a lot of other things that
I just
are.
thought it was so interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if this is like, I don't know. I wonder what they're thinking. Like
Yeah.
what inspired them, if it was like her wanting to tag her seconds, or if it was like she wasn't getting tagged. I wonder what like the
Mm,
inspiration was to like make that post, cuz that would be interesting to hear too.
yeah.
Is like why they
Yeah.
think that.
I think there needs to be more conversations around kinda like the episode that we did about second shooters, like, what even is a
Yes.
second shooter? Because
Yes.
if people have the expectation that they are basically another main shooter, then they would feel like they would wanna be tagged.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so, I just think there needs to be more conversation about what is a second shooter, and if you understood what it is, then you would be like, "Oh, yeah, I don't really need to be
Yeah.
tagged."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree, and because some people they don't really know, especially if you're just starting photography, if you're just starting wedding photography, you really do look at it as like an assistant. Because I
Mhm.
always get people like wanting to come second shoot, and I'm like, "You haven't shot a wedding. Like I can't have you second shoot for me because my weddings are just like at a level that I can't just have anybody just like,
Right.
at my wedding." So it would be more like you just can be there as like literally an assistant that doesn't take any photos,
Yeah.
because it's just like I just can't.
I feel like yeah, second shooters are assistants to the main shooter, and it's like all the other vendors have assistants, but you're not tagging all
Yeah.
their assistants.
I know the planner having like 5
Yeah.
planners with them. Like, I'm not tagging all of them,
Yeah.
even if they do have their own business. So yeah, that's true. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I just haven't thought about it, but I did see that post too, and I was gonna talk about it I think last week, and I was just like, we just never got
Yeah.
to it because we had so many other things. But this past weekend, me and Miranda were both second shooting, and we
Uh-huh.
didn't talk about it beforehand. Like, we both knew that we were working that weekend, but I was at the Arboretum with Kirsten, and Kirsten like looks through the window and is like, "I think that's Miranda," and I like go out there and I'm like, I don't see her. Like, I just there's a lot of people at the Arboretum, so I was just like, I don't see her, and she's like, "Oh, the brown dress," and I was like, "Oh, I still can't see her, but I I trust you." Like, and then I eventually did see you. I think you guys were barely entering the Arboretum.
Mm.
And so I was like, well, it was like you were too far away for me to be like, like running to you. So I was just like, maybe I'll see her later. And eventually, yeah, we did see each other, which
Yeah.
is so funny because we didn't know that we were both going to be at the Arboretum.
It was a hot day, and I was taking, like, groomsmen photos, and then I heard your laugh. I
That
was
is
like,
so funny.
because you were, like, literally, like, maybe, like, 10 yards away from me, and I was like, "What? I think that's Kimberly." So I tried to, like, hurry. I didn't hurry, but I was like, once I got all the groomsmen done, I was, like, waiting for you so that you could, like, make eye contact with me.
Yes. I know the people that are the person that I was with was Kirsten's boyfriend, and he was like, "Oh, I think she's saying hi to you." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." And so I went over there, and it was just funny because yeah, we both did not know that we were going to be at the same place at the
Yeah.
same time. And that wedding was so interesting because the Arboretum has like 5 different places for you to get married, and there was like 4 weddings going
No,
on.
I think there's 10 venues. There's a lot.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
so many. And that particular day, Kirsten said that there was 4 weddings going on that day, and so we thought that you guys were there for a
Mm,
wedding there. So I was surprised to hear that you guys
yeah.
were just it was just a pit stop.
It was just a pit stop. It was
Crazy.
actually a 12-hour day for me, which I've never second shot for 12 hours
That's
before. Yeah,
wild.
'cause they had a Catholic ceremony at noon, so we got there at
Oh.
9 for getting ready. Yeah,
Oh
and I didn't
my
leave till 9. Mia
gosh.
didn't leave till, exit, so I don't even know how
You
long.
weren't even there the whole
No,
day?
no.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it
That's
was like
wild.
Airbnb, church, arboretum, and then room on main, so
Oh, okay.
it
Oh
was
my
a
gosh,
lot.
that is a
But it was
long
kind of
day.
cute because they had hired, like, a trolley to, like, take the wedding party everywhere,
Yes, I saw
and
it.
so,
So cute.
yeah, I'm really excited about those photos on the
Yeah.
trolley.
Oh, that's
It's
gonna be
so
so
cute. It was giving,
cute.
like, San Francisco, like,
Yes.
and the bride, she had these sunglasses on, and she literally looked like, Princess Diaries, like,
Ooh,
she was stunning,
so
and
cool.
it was giving Princess
Oh my
Diaries, like, San
gosh, that's
Francisco.
so fun. But yeah, that was such a hot day.
Oh my god, it was okay, so then after the arboretum,
Uh-huh.
we had, like, a 40-minute break,
Oh, okay.
and Mia was like, "You can do whatever you want, you can go to Sonic, you can, like, come to my apartment." She was like, "You can go to your apartment," and I was like, "I'm going to my apartment so that I can blow dry my hair because it is soaking
So
wet."
wet.
And I basically, like, took a shower without taking a shower, like,
Oh
I
my
redid
gosh,
everything so
yes.
that I could come to the reception,
Yeah,
like,
just a
fresh.
little bit
Yeah.
clean. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess that would be hard when you're like going from like outside to like a like indoor reception and you just look so sweaty.
Yeah.
So people are like, what the heck did they
Yeah.
do? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is hard. I know that's why I've been trying to do the second outfit change
Mhm.
too, because it really does help like freshen up the look a little bit. So I'm glad that you got to do that because it was such a hot day. And y'all were
Yeah.
like in the sun.
I know.
Y'all were like in the
We were
sun. It was
cooking.
crazy. Yeah.
I got a sunburn.
Oh my gosh,
We were only
no.
there for, like, an hour, and I got a sunburn.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, it was really hot and it was just so humid. The Arboretum is always so humid. So when it's hot, it just like there's like
Mhm.
no
You can, like, see
breeze.
the steam,
Yeah,
like,
it's
coming off
wild.
the
Oh my
floor.
gosh. Yeah, it was crazy, but it was fun. I really liked the weddings that I do there. The
Mhm.
Arboretum is just so pretty.
Mhm.
I love weddings there. I haven't done my own wedding there, which is sad, but eventually one day I'll be able to do my own wedding at the
Well,
Arboretum. I
you're
always second
coming with
shoot.
me in this fall for my
Yeah,
wedding there.
yeah,
It'll be fun.
which will be really, really fun. I know all the planner, the vendors, everything's gonna be so good. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I know the fall's
The
gonna be so
drag
good.
shows, that one's gonna be so
Oh
good.
my gosh, I know. It really is. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Definitely looking forward to that. And then the New York wedding too in the fall.
Yeah.
There's so many good things coming
I know, that's
up.
why I'm like, this summer I need to rest and, like,
Yes,
really fill up just, like, my
creatively
soul,
and
yeah,
yeah,
so that I
I
can be
agree.
ready for these.
I know. I know. It's gonna be good. All right. Well, is there anything else? Oh, we're in our running health journey
Yes, we
right
are.
now, which is a little hard. I guess the running isn't hard. The timing is hard. The time management, like I was talking about at the beginning, has been a little hard. But me and Avery are both trying to be a little bit healthier. And I like went on to ChatGPT to I think at first I was trying to see like when I should be drinking
Wait,
electrolytes. What?
I literally wrote this in my notes that I was gonna talk about
Oh, really?
using ChatGPT for my meal plan.
Oh, okay. Well, I used it for electrolytes because I was like, when do you take these? Like, I know
Oh,
you
yes,
need
yes, I remember.
to, but maybe you don't need to. So I was just like asking it, like, when, because I was trying to TikTok it. Like, I was trying to see, like, if anybody talked about it on TikTok and I couldn't find, like, good information. So I was like, okay, let's just go on ChatGPT and see what it says. And, like, gave me, like, almost like a plan or like when I should do it. Like speed workouts, you should do it. And then I should just rate it. But anyways, it just gave me like a plan. And then I was like, you know what? I think I need it to also help me with like meal planning because when I get busy, I really don't prioritize like meals, and we just end up like eating out, and it's just like not the best. And so I was like, okay, well, we really do need to go to the store. So I might as well just like see if it'll like help me plan out meals and like lunches and dinners, with the fact that I'm also training for a half marathon. So it'll like help me kind of decide like what kind of meals I
Mhm.
should be um eating, and also like snacks that I should be eating to get like protein and carbs and all the good things that you need for long runs. And so yeah, I asked it like to help me create like a meal plan and then like a grocery list. And so yeah, we
I
ended
did
up.
the same thing.
No way. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Because also Avery, of course, like we sometimes we're really bad communicators in a way that we won't tell each other what we're about to start. And I think I was telling him like, "Do you need anything from Costco?" Because I was about to order like everything that I like needed in bulk. And he was like, "Oh, I want to go." And I was like, "You never want to go to the grocery store. Like I usually always buy our groceries and like cook for us." So I was
Yeah.
like, "That's weird." And so then he ends up telling me that he's like wanting to go on a Whole30 thing, like only eat
Oh.
whole foods, no processed sugar, all this stuff. And I'm like, well, great, because I'm, I'm about to do not a diet, but just like more at home meals.
Yeah.
And but he's like like not wanting to do like any processed food, which is kind of hard because a lot of the stuff that I like is like pasta, and
Mm.
he's like not supposed to eat it on that diet. But we came to a good happy medium, because I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to do like away with all processed food, because not all processed food is bad for you.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, I'm trying to like help him learn too, because I'm like, just because we have like a little reheated or like a bowl of rice that's already cooked doesn't mean it's bad for you. Like it, there's some things that I'm like, okay, I understand like the processed sugars and the Cokes and the sodas and all that stuff, but like we gotta, some things are still okay if they're in a box or like in a,
Yeah.
frozen or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I did. So that's crazy that you also did that. So what
Yeah.
did you do? Like the exact same thing?
Well, so you sent me like this ebook or whatever.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
That it was just like from a nutritionist. And so I plugged that into ChatGPT and I was like, based on
So did
this,
I. I literally
we're the
did that.
same.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, based on this ebook and the fact that I am training for a half
Yes.
marathon, I need your help. Like, give me like recipes and grocery lists so that I can fuel properly for these. Because I feel like last time I ran a half marathon, I just like I was not fueling properly.
Mm-hmm.
Even like on runs, like I never ate anything. I never took gels. Like I never did
Oh,
anything,
yeah.
and no wonder it was so hard. Cause I literally like was
Yeah.
dying. My
Yeah.
body was like,
You're like, we have nothing to give.
yeah, literally. So yeah, it's just so funny that we both did
Oh
the
my
same
gosh,
thing.
yeah, that's crazy. Well, and I have been really needing to do that because we've just been eating out so much that I'm like, okay, we got to stop. We got to start eating like healthier foods. And it's always a little bit healthier when it's at home. And so, yeah, we really needed to do that. And I was like, you know what? Let me ask ChatGPT to see
Yeah.
what they had. And then like I also inserted like the ebook and said like, help me like plan out some snacks and just like lunches, because lunch is really hard for me to
Mhm.
plan out, because it's just so like I don't want to cook an entire meal in the middle of the day and then also have to cook again for dinner. So I was just like telling it to like, okay, what can I have for leftovers that I make for dinner the next day? And so it was just like it really helps you just like plan things out
Yeah.
in exactly the way you want it to, and you just
And
tell it.
and it was helpful to be like, what foods do I need to eat like right before the
Yes.
run, like after like recovery after the run?
Yes.
Just because like I feel like most of the things in that ebook, like that's how my fridge and pantry look, but I was not like really sure like when I needed to eat certain carbs
Mhm.
or like, which carbs are going to give me like a short amount of energy versus like prolonged
Yes.
energy, kind of like
Yes.
that. So that was really helpful to be like, okay, you can eat these oats right before
Yes.
or, a piece of toast. Cause I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, I have to have these extravagant meals
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
all you really need is a piece of toast.
Yeah.
And 2 eggs, so.
Yeah, especially for, like, snacking too. Like, snacking is really good for you in between, like, when you're about to hit that, like, midday crash. Like, the nutritionist, I'll insert her thing because she's so good. Like,
Mm.
she's just, like, everything that I've always wanted in someone that, like, talks about, like, health and food, 'cause she's not really about diet. She's like, "Some processed food is good, like, we can't have, like, a perfect, like, organic, whole food, like, we
Yeah.
just can't, like, we just live in a world where that's honestly, like, kind of impossible, and also not that fun, to
Yeah.
be honest."
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't even know where I was going with that. I lost my
The
train of thought, but
nutritionist.
she's awesome and I love her and she just has like great like snacks and recipes. That's what I was going to get to. Is that she always says like instead of having like a coffee when you're like hitting that like slump in the middle of the day, like it's better for you to just have like an apple with peanut butter or popcorn or like something nutritional that'll help you with that boost because the caffeine sometimes is why you're crashing so hard.
Yeah.
And I've done that ever since and it is so much better than like having more caffeine. Which what?
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of, like, crashing,
Yes.
for that 12-hour wedding day that I
Oh
had,
my gosh, yes.
I ate every 2 hours, and I was
Yes.
fine.
Oh my gosh,
And I woke up the
yes.
next morning not even, like,
That's so exciting to hear.
it was amazing, so.
Yeah, I know. The snacking, I swear, it really does help, and
Mhm.
people really overlook it. But you have to have fuel
Yeah.
in order to like keep going.
Yeah.
And it's better than having coffee, just like snacking and just having like some sort of like sugar and like I think we've talked about this before, but it's kind of like running a marathon.
It
Like you
is.
have to fuel
Yeah.
every so often, and so it really does help. But was that it? Is there anything else that you were doing with your healthy?
Well, one thing that I wanna talk about, kind of a little bit about manifestation in
Oh yes,
regards
yes.
to, like, being healthy and running and stuff. So, this is actually kinda funny because yesterday was our long run, and it was the
Yes.
longest run we've done so far.
Which is honestly wild. I also wanted to talk about that because my sister was like, y'all are starting with 3.5 miles. Like, that was our starting point
Yeah.
for our planned, like, half marathon plan.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'd have to train up to 3 miles. And so I was like, wow, we actually are doing a lot.
Yeah, so yesterday was 4.5 miles, which is, like, that's only our
Like an
second.
hour of running.
Yeah, that's only our second long run too. So, wild. Anyways, I went on the Katy Trail because it was Memorial Day, and I was like, "You know what? There's gonna be a shit ton of people out. I'm gonna feel so safe running without a weapon because I haven't, like, bought a weapon yet."
Oh my gosh.
I actually ordered, some, like, mace that just goes, like, on your
Yes,
hand.
same. I run with that.
Okay, because I haven't ever ran with that before, and I was like, there's this one creator on TikTok that I follow, and she has a little shank, but it's,
Oh,
like,
yes.
a really cute shank, and I was like, "Where can I find that really cute shank?" But I just got pepper spray. Anyways, I didn't have a weapon yet, so I was like, um, "I wanna run on the Katy Trail when there's a million people out, and I feel safe, and, like, I'm one with, like, the community," and so
Yes.
I literally packed a gel because, for this, like, training block, I want to fuel every 30 minutes
Okay,
just
yeah.
because I am a very heavy sweater, like,
I sweat
seriously
so
so
much.
sweaty, and I need electrolytes or, like, sugar, like, every 30 minutes, and so I packed a gel because I was like, 4.5 miles, I'm gonna be running for at least an hour because 'cause I'm super slow, and then when the 30-minute mark hit, I couldn't find my gel. I
Oh,
was like, I guess
no.
when I took my phone out, it, like, flew out of my pack.
Yep.
So
Sad
that was
day.
really sad, but with regards to, like, manifestation, and this is what I really like to do, and it really helps me, like, just really achieve anything that I want, is putting yourself in environments that you want to be in that you're not currently in
Mhm.
yet. So, for example, I can just, like, run in my backyard, like, neighborhood,
Yeah.
but, like, I'm already there. I ain't
Yeah.
trying to live in this neighborhood forever, like,
Yeah.
I wanna be a homeowner, I wanna, like, do all these things, and so running on the Katy Trail is, like, it's so bougie, you see all of these beautiful, like, multi-million-dollar homes, like, all these beautiful restaurants, you see everyone out and about just, like, living their
Their
rich
best life.
Dallas life,
Yeah.
and like being surrounded by that energy just makes me feel so good, and it makes me feel like I belong there
I
too.
am here. Yeah. You're like
Yes.
putting yourself in there.
Yeah. And like I feel like when you're not used to being around like success or wealth, you kind of feel like you don't deserve it or there's no way you can get there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because you are not desensitized to it. And so when you can put yourself in environments, it doesn't feel that like far away.
Yeah.
And like when you get used to it and you're like, okay, this is my new normal.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it becomes your new normal. And you like start hanging out with people who are like on the next level that you wanted to be
Yes.
at. And then more opportunities come to you. And it's just like my favorite way to manifest.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels good. Well, and it's also like visualization.
Yeah.
Especially when you're running. Or did you listen to music while you were running this?
Yes.
Okay.
I listened to half of a podcast and then music.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I was going to say, I usually for my long runs tend to listen to podcasts, but this last long run, which was yesterday, I tried to go to the park and then it started
raining.
pouring. And if it was sprinkling, I would have gone out because I was like, well, I'm already here. But it was like raining so hard that when I was leaving the park to go to the gym to run on the treadmill, like I was scared of driving. That's how like hard it was pouring, which is crazy because I looked at the radar and it didn't say it was going to rain, but Texas. And so I went to the gym and I was trying to like listen to podcasts, and running long runs on a treadmill is not fun. Like it is just not fun. Like nothing was like hitting my brain the way I wanted it to. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to listen to music. And it was really good because music, you're not like really paying attention to like what they're saying sometimes. And so you kind of like go into your own head and you like start thinking and you start doing all this stuff. And it's crazy what running does to you. Cause I was like, just thinking about like, oh my gosh, well, it's so cool that I'm like doing this half marathon because I haven't ran like a race in a long time. And I'm so proud that we're like doing it and we're like training for it and we're like being healthy and like fueling and all of that stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's how I wish I would have been in high school. Cause I swear I would have been like 10 times faster if I like was nourishing correctly, was training correctly, but like it's high school.
Yeah.
No one's really like, we had a coach who was amazing, but like they're not telling you what to do outside of high school or like outside of like the class. And so I never had like parents that really cared or like that were really like, oh my gosh, you need to be doing this and let's get you like a nutritional coach, whatever it was. And so I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm like healing the girl that like could have, I mean, I was honestly really good in high school, but like I feel like I could have been so much better if I just like had the knowledge that I have now. And so it's just like crazy like what you think about, and you get sometimes you get really emotional during your runs too. Like it is crazy what your like mind like goes to and like what it's thinking about. And like when you're pushing yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can do this for another 5 minutes. And yeah, it's crazy what your mind goes through during runs because sometimes it's like, I hate doing this, I don't want to do this, why am I doing this? And then it's like, oh, okay, well, this isn't that bad. And then you just go through a lot of stages.
So many stages. Like yesterday specifically was so hard for me. Like first mile, I hated it. I was like,
yes.
It's so humid, I'm dying. And
the
it wasn't
first
even
mile's the worst, honestly.
Yeah. And I was like, my feet hurt, my legs hurt. And then like second mile into it, you're like, okay, I'm warmed up, but I still hate my life.
Yep.
And then the third mile is like whenever I get the runner's high and I'm like, oh my God, I can do anything.
Yes. It's crazy.
And it feels so good. And then, and then by the end of it, you're like, I could have gone 2 more miles.
Yeah. It's so wild. And we'll have to talk about this next time because we're running out of time. But I wanted to talk about menstrual cycle and eating and training and weddings and all of that stuff that kind of has
everything.
has to do with all that. That's something that I learned a little too late in life.
Yep.
But that's okay. We know now. We're better for it. But that is it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you guys, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.